Hello everybody, this is Fronto Bob here, and welcome to race number 24 of the 2020-21 NROL Goldfish Truck Series season. This is the Boeing 250 at the Talladega Super Speedway. It has come to this, the penultimate round, the second to last race of the season. This race is going to be the race that will set up the championship battle going into the last race of the season. And it is another Talladega. That is right. It is time for a wild card of a race. Indeed, we are racing at Talladega Super Speedway for this race. Second to last round of the season. Now, as far as the point standings are concerned, well, two words: Grant Enfinger. He has been a dominant driver throughout most of the Truck Series season, and especially ever since the start of the playoffs. He has led every single race in as far as point standings, and this race is no exception. So, as we are now in the last two races of the season, all Grant Enfinger has to do is be consistent, and he'll become champion. As for everyone else, they're gonna need a miracle if they're gonna have any chance at stealing this championship from Grant Enfinger. So let's see what happens today and give you the starting grid for today's race. Starting the pole for this one is John Hunter Nemechek, alongside second is Zach DeLillo, third is Bailey Curry, fourth is Paul Jackson, fifth is Sal Ancrum, sixth is Cody Cleveland, seventh is Logan Cole, eighth is Ben Rhodes, ninth is Chase Purdy, 10th is Mitchell Collins, 11th is Todd Gillen, 12th is Kaz Gralla, 13th is Rafael Assard, 14th is Austin Hill, 15th is William Seaman, 16th is Christian Edkes, 17th is Johnny Slaughter, 18th is Stuart Friesen, 19th is Stellan Creed, 20th is Christian Vargas, 21st is Galen Downey, 22nd is Chase Dunbar, 23rd is Grant Enfinger, 24th is Brett Moffitt, a special throwback paint scheme today, 25th is Zane Smith, 26th is Matt Crafton, 27th is Spencer Davis, 28th is Marshall Burrow, 29th is Derek Krause, 30th is Isaac Nordic, 31st is Ty Majeski, 32nd is Chandler Smith, 33rd is Adam Garcia, 34th is Spencer Boyd, 35th is Jordan Anderson, 36th is Tate Fogelman, 37th is Tanner Gray, 38th is also itself, 39th is Corbin Forrester, 40th is Brandon Poole, 41st is Cody Robo, and 42nd is Angelica Rush. So here we go, the penultimate round of the Truck Series season. So, there's not really a championship battle though to talk about. Like I said, all Enfinger needs to do is be consistent, and he'll have a good points lead going into the last race. And from then on, I don't think there'll be a chance of stopping him. Unless, for some reason, Enfinger has a bad day, in which case, it's going to set up a battle going right to the end. Enfinger starting mid-pack, but at this race, you don't really need to worry too much about where you are in the field to get the win. As even if you are all the way in the back, well, you still have a chance. So, this race is certainly going to be one to watch. And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what happens. So, since it's a very long pace up, I guess we'll fast forward a little bit because, you know, yeah, this is a big track. The biggest, baddest racetrack in the world. Alright then, so pace truck pulls off. And yeah, we still have yet another long front straightaway. But here we come. And green flag is in the air. And we are underway for the Boeing 250 at the Talladega Super Speedway in the penultimate round of the season. Zachary DeLillo off to a good start here. DeLillo, actually a driver who might have been in contention to win the championship some time ago. Maybe, though, he can use this race as a last-ditch effort to try to have somewhat of a fighting chance at the title into the last go, once we get to the last race. Meanwhile, 3 wide from most of the field. And already you're starting to see Talladega at its finest. Zachary DeLillo, though, doing a pretty good job. At least the opening lap. I tell you what, though, I was actually expecting the usual conveyor belt racing. Now, we had most super speedways, but it seems these truck series drivers are pretty good at going 3 wide. Oh, but there we go. Bailey Curry goes beneath Zachary DeLillo for the lead. Oh, no, he doesn't. Zachary DeLillo going to shut the door on him here. And Zachary DeLillo will lead another lap in Talladega. This is usually by the time that the leader loses the lead of the race. I think it's going to happen right about here. Is the inside lane is picking up in terms of speed. But Zachary DeLillo, is this the new Pied Piper? Meanwhile, Enfinger currently running 15th, not too bad. Could be doing better, but could be doing worse. And Zachary DeLillo is going to lead a 3rd lap here, which, all things considered, is pretty impressive, but looks like his lead is finally going to come to an end here, as Bailey Curry, who was actually following Zachary DeLillo for quite some time, is now in the bottom lane and taking the lead here. And there he goes, Bailey Curry, new leader in Talladega. That being said, Zachary DeLillo is right there, so there's always a chance that he could just need to take the lead back. There he goes, Zachary DeLillo to the inside lane. And he leads another lap. Wow. Who knew that Zachary DeLillo was so good at super speedway racing? Lone Cole with the send to the inside lane, but it's not hard enough of a send. And Zachary DeLillo keeping his lead. I will say this, I was expecting this from Zachary DeLillo. I did not expect him to start out in front and lead all these laps. But it looks like his lead might come to an end here, as Logan Cole, who's going 3 wide. Oh no, it's actually Tyler Ankerman led that last lap. That being said, the Lone Cole is getting a pretty good shove on the middle lane. Ooh, they're getting a bit dangerous though. And driver's moving absolutely everywhere. But a new leader, Logan Cole. And Zachary DeLillo, after all that, he is now being shuffled back. Meanwhile, I don't know where Enfinger is. Oh, he's right here. Oh no, he's in... I don't know, he's here though. Alright, now we're starting to see the conveyor belt racing as Tyler Ankerman leads this lap. Ah, here he comes. He's coming up to 9th. Alright. Ooh, he's actually on the high lane. Yeah, Enfinger driving a silver and black truck today, not the usual. I say not the yellow truck that you see him in. Ooh, drivers though going beneath him. Here comes Matt Crafton. fellow Thor Sport driver. I tell you what though, being on the outside lane here is not the best idea. I fear he's going to have to find his way to the inside if he wants to take this lead. I tell you what though, we're seeing a good amount of 3 wide action here. I don't think anyone's fallen out of the draft yet. So Matt Crafton now, certainly by quite a little, quite a little bit, I should say. And by that I mean he's in the lead, only a little bit out front, but doesn't really have anybody next to him. So all things he's doing pretty good here. And also one thing worth mentioning, this entire pack is the whole field. Ankrum though with a pretty good run the high line. Maybe the outside lane isn't so bad, as Ankrum using this opportunity to get to the bottom lane. And Finger's starting to fall back now, which is to be expected. But well. I'm sure just he's finds his way to the bottom lane, as we're now 3 wide throughout most of the field. Ooh, Marshall Bro trying to make it 4 wide. Ooh, but the top lane, they'll have to check up here. Into Collins on the way in the inside lane. I feel having a brake check a little bit going through the corners. I tell you what though, if this 3 wide action is consistent throughout all 3 races this weekend, we're in for a heck of a weekend of racing from Talladega. Alright, back to 2 wide as the middle lane is kind of slowing up. Driver's not sure where to go here. Never mind, we're back to 3 wide. And Matt Crafton, currently your leader on the high lane. Mitch Collins really in the middle lane. There seems to be no real dominant lane here, as far as I can tell. They went 3 wide to the stripe. Oh boy, if that was the end of the race, that'd be something. But Logan Cole is going to be the leader of this lap. Whereas Mr. Collins digs out in front. Man, that was really close though. The way they were 3 wide coming to the stripe. If only that was for the win. Well, now it's not 3 wide, now it's only 1 wide as Mitchell Collins has a substantial lead. Ben Rhodes trying to make some moves here. And the 3 lanes are forming up. Oh no, there's only 2 lanes. And Ben Rhodes is stuck here in the middle with no help at all. That has allowed the inside lane to have a lot of speed here. Whoops. And Lone go back to the front. Here it comes. Oh no. I feel it likes to lay off the throttle a little bit going to the corners. Not sure why that is. You want to go full throttle around this whole track. And that's just a lot looking cool to drive out to the front. Or to the lead. Yes, lots of words are being said today. Taking on Enfinger. Falling all the way back down. That is not the consistency they need. As here comes Johnny Sauter up to the lead with some help from Tate Fogelman. But as I said about Enfinger, he needs to be consistent. So where is he right now? Oh, wrong one. Okay, finally he's found his way to the bottom lane. He's moving his way back up. Alright, so in due time Enfinger should be back up here, racing with the best. That being said, though, how good of an idea is it to be up front? Now, Zyger DeLille actually did a pretty good job by staying up front for so long. But the question now is, whenever Grant Enfinger gets up front, how long is he going to be out in front? Now, of course, Grant Enfinger doesn't necessarily need to win the race, but he does need to finish well in order to have a good points cushion going to the final race. That's really important. Oh, we have a crash! We have a crash! Oh man, a crash! And that's looking to bring out the caution flag here, but first who's going to win the race back to the line? And it's going to be Tate Fogelman who will win the race back to the line. And where's the caution? Wait, hold up. They're not current. Yeah, I turned cautions on. Hang on a minute. No caution for that. I have yellow flags turned on. No caution? Okay. That's a big surprise. I was totally expecting there to be a caution. So what happened there? Well, oh, because I guess none of them got turned around. They just hit the wall. Ah. Wow. Oh, there they go. Nope, that's it. What is going on? We need a caution. Okay, so Anderson goes for a 360-degree spin. So that should bring out the caution, right? No caution? Okay. No caution. Despite the fact that we clearly had an accident and cautions are turned on. So I have no idea what is up. So, okay, I guess that crash wasn't important enough to have a caution. So, alright then. So let's go back a bit and see what actually brought this, or what caused this incident that just happened here. Oh, Spencer Davis getting a little bit rough. Yeah, Spencer Davis got a bit rough here. Got sent to the high line. And everyone just had a mild collision with the wall. Nobody actually spun out. But this is going to break up the pack here. And it wasn't over yet, as Jordan Anderson gets into it with some guys. For some reason. Anderson getting into it with Taylor Gray and Tanner Gray and Brandon Poole. And Jordan Anderson clearly went for a 360-degree spin. Of course, Anderson is able to keep it going. But no caution. Wow. Okay. So no caution. Okay then. That is just weird. Well then, let's go back up. Let's back up a little bit and see where the race. Yeah, what's happening up front? So Tate Fogelman is actually gonna lead the race here. Initially, I thought that this was gonna be the race win to the back of the line, but the caution never came out. So this is actually for position, and Tate Fogelman now leads in Talladega. That spin though has broken up this pack, but it does give Grandfinger a better chance, because fortunately Grandfinger was not in that pack when they had that incident. So I do believe that Enfinger is in a pretty safe spot. Let's check. Oh, he's actually in the back of this pack, but that's alright. I didn't go back far enough. Alright, let's see this now up for the front. Okay, Tate Fogelman leads, but Christian Vargas, though, with a send, he's not up the front, up to the lead. So Grandfinger is in this pack, but he's actually at the back of the pack. I think he was actually doing some work, and he was actually doing pretty well moving up to the front. Then that incident happened. Maybe Cunningham will have a bigger crash that will actually bring out a caution. Because I checked it, and yes, yellow flags are turned on, so I have no idea why the caution didn't come out there. I guess the crash just wasn't important enough. So, okay then. No caution necessary. And the race will continue. Christian Vargas is going to lead this lap. Here comes Chandler Smith. The bottom one seems to check up through the corners for some reason. That's just allowing the top lane to get a bit of a gap here. And Lone go back up, or trying to get back up to the front. Meanwhile, you may know Zachary DeLillo's there. He's currently in a world of his own. But due to that incident, this whole field is now split up into two. So now you have the front pack, which is likely going to be the ones that go for the win. And then there's a back pack that now just gonna have to have their to run their own race. As Chase Purdy makes it 3 wide for the lead here. But yeah, now you have the back pack. Who's, yeah, they're just gonna have to have their own little race. Well, everyone who was in this front pack, they now get to go for the win. Ooh, top lane slows up a little bit. No one really sure where to go. And Chase Purdy now trying to take the lead here. I still need to sign up Grant Enfinger. He's actually there. He's on the bottom lane, but he's all the way in the back. That being said, well, maybe this is a strategy move. Maybe Grant Enfinger is waiting for the right time to make the right move and finish well, and almost guarantee himself a championship going into the final race. And here goes Isaac Nordic, trying to make it 3 wide for the lead. Not quite able to get there though, as Chase Purdy's gonna use this opportunity to move to the bottom lane. And it goes back to the bye lane. Wow. Chase Purdy back to the low line. Wow, Chase Purdy can't decide which lane he wants to go to. Now back to 3 wide racing. I tell you what though, I'm a little bit baffled by how that crash, that spin, did not bring out the caution. I mean, sure, everyone kept going forward, but, you know, drivers took some damage there. And actually, though, Brett Moffitt and Stuart Friesen actually are off the track now. And Jordan Anderson being left out to dry. I think we're inevitably going to catch up to Anderson as a lap down truck. As Mitchell Collins now going for the lead. Yeah, so as a result, Brett Moffitt and Stuart Friesen are now off the track. Likely done for the day. As it took quite a hit. And even from Jordan Anderson's 180 degrees or 360 degree spin, I'm honestly surprised that that still wasn't enough to bring out the caution. So the race continues, and we only have half the field now in contention to win this race, unless we do get a caution later on that will bunch the field back up and get all 40 remaining trucks in the same pack. But until that happens, right now, it's top 24, all with a chance at winning this race. Right? Yes. And Enfinger is moving on up. Oh, it goes back to the high line though for some reason. I don't know. I kind of don't understand the thought process of some of these drivers. Again, it could be like playing it safe, or it could be playing it stupid. Actually, Brendan Poole fell all the way back down as well, so this could get interesting once we catch up to the lap down, or, well, the traffic that's about to go lap down. Meanwhile, Tyler Ankrum with a pretty good move to the inside line. And I don't know why Enfinger's back on the outside line. Yeah. Some of the thinking of these drivers just doesn't make a lot of sense. Marshall Bro looked like he had to run the bottom line, but that's actually going to be Ankrum. Also, is Marshall Bros supposed to be in the playoffs? I may mess something up. Oh, well, I can fix it. Anyway, so Ankrum, still your leader at the moment. Oh, this guy's just something real quick. Alright, I'm still all by myself. Yeah. And yeah, Enfinger's falling back again. I told you that would happen. Unless, well, I mean, here's the thing. I keep saying, oh, Enfinger's falling back, but again, it could be a strategy move because, oh, here we go. Caution's out. Caution is out. Here it is. Caution is out at Talladega. There we go. Caution is out. Not sure why though. This whole front pack was of course not the cause of the caution. This whole front pack was all doing very well. I mean, they really were. I mean, this whole front of the field, they're all racing professionally. But as I said earlier, this race got split up into 2 different packs. Where's the pace truck? Oh, there he is. This race got, or the field got split up into 2 different packs because of that incident from earlier. But now, we have had an incident that is apparently bad enough to bring out the caution. But the question is what? Oh, here it is. Actually happened amongst the back markers. Cody Robow. Okay, so it happened all the way back here. Cody Robow gets into it with Corbin Forrester. And he gets sent to the high line. Oh. A very minor incident. So Cody Robow with the spin. And he got involved with Corbin Forrester. What actually happened to Forrester here? Did he get involved? Oh, he just... Okay, so he just yeeted Robow into the wall. And Tanner Gray, who was just kind of a victim that was in the wrong place at the wrong time, also hit the wall. But other than that, a very minor incident. One that was actually bad enough to bring out the caution flag. Well then. It's gonna bunch up the fields. And also, lap down traffic will not play into this race, as this race is now, well, going to be too short after this caution is over with to actually have lap traffic matter. I mean, we would have caught the lap down traffic if the race kept going for longer. There's noise outside, do apologize for that. Alright, so it's going to come down pit road then. Let's see. I don't think anyone's gonna come. Well, really, nobody should come down pit road because here we're running a special tire compound that's designed to last the whole race, and we also have a special fuel tanks that are never supposed to run out. Okay, we got some developments here. So you have, okay, so Friesen and Moffitt, they're actually still on pit road. And now the 2 coming up pit road is Tanner Gray and Corbin Forrester got involved in the accident. And the 2 trucks that were about to go lap down, actually the 3 trucks that were about to go lap down are now able to catch up to the end of this pack. What about a Robow though? Do they have to get a tow? Yeah. Cody Robow unable to get back onto the track. Alright then. So I'm not sure who's gonna be out front. Let's see. Oops. And not many drivers returning. Corbin Forrester still on pit road. And I believe that Tanner Gray and Cody Robow could actually be done for the day here. Let's give it a lap. Yeah, Corbin Forrester still on pit road. And Tanner Gray and Robow in the garage. Corbin Forrester though still on pit road, so we'll have to see if he's gonna rejoin the race. Oh, this could be undone for the day. Yep. So Friesen. Okay, so Friesen, Moffitt, and Forrester all still on pit road. So then. So the field's gonna be all bunched up again. We're gonna have 37 trucks in this lead pack. This is gonna make for a very interesting race to lead. Let's go back a little bit just to be sure. Alright, so pace truck leads off. Or pulls off. Leads off. I don't know where that came from. So your top 5 as we're about to go back under green is Brett Lassard, Tyler Ankrum, Zane Smith, Paul Jackson, and Marshall Burrell. Those are top 5 drivers who will lead the race to the green. And green flag back in the year in Talladega. Single file, of course, due to the restart. And actually, this feels gonna be pretty strung out here. But I think we will. The field will inevitably, it will become a pack again, or maybe not. I don't know. Field is pretty well separated at the moment. That being said, though, Endfinger, he's aware of what's going on, and doing his best to get back up here. Double wide. And 3 wide should be happening pretty soon here. With middle lane, though, with a bit of a run here. Paul Jackson out to the lead. And Rafael Lazard following behind in second. There goes Lazard, though, to the inside. And Rafael Lazard out in front. Not quite though. Here comes Todd Gillen with a run on the inside lane. 5 laps to go. Indeed, 5 laps to go for the Truck Series race in Talladega. Paul Jackson, though, with a good run on the inside lane. Ooh, Isaac Nordic, though, looking to follow. And Grant Enfinger is right there. And they go 3 wide for the lead. Todd Gillen with a run. Oh no, Isaac Nordic with a run. Who's going to win the race to the line? Isaac Nordic. No, Todd. Yeah, Isaac Nordic won that. Well, he beat Dylan to the line. Not like it matters, because we still have 4 laps to go. So, I know what I'm talking about racing for the win. We're still quite far away from the win. Here he comes, Grant Enfinger on the inside lane. This is what he needs. That's what Enfinger needs to build a solid cushion going into the last race of the season. Three laps to go. Paul Jackson and Nora doing battle here. And Finger in a really good spot. Todd Gillen going to the inside. Here's Bailey Curry on the inside lane. And Grant Enfinger at the moment, he is the third truck. Or not, second truck back on the inside lane as Todd Gillen decides to go high, and that is allowing the inside lane to make some speed. And Bailey Curry, I think, is that Bailey Curry? No, Kaz Gralla, actually. Do apologize, but that's actually the 44 truck of Kaz Gralla now up to the lead. Kaz Gralla looking in for some speed. Goes to the high line. And the field going 3 wide as Marcia Brew and Tyler Ankrum going for battle. Ankrum, though, going to shut the door on Burrell. And here we come. And they will take the white flag this time by. Enfinger's on the inside lane. But I think he would like to pick up a couple more positions. And Finger currently at 6. That's not bad, but there's a lot of trucks surrounding him. I think he would like to do just a little bit better just to really just secure himself in the championship. But anyways, ignoring the championship for a little bit. Here comes the race to the line. Isaac Nordic has the lead here. And Marshall Burrow looking for another win as well. Here they come, front straightaway. It's a drag race between Isaac Nordic and Marshall Burrow through the tri-oval. And here they come to the stripe. It's going to be a photo finish. And it's going to be Marshall Burrow. Marshall Burrow with the win in a photo finish between Isaac Nordic and Marshall Burrow with another win in the Goldfish Truck Series season. But it comes in a photo finish at the Talladega Super Speedway. We will flash it up in a bit so we can get a closer look at the finishing thingamajiggies. But Marshall Burrow with another win. And meanwhile, Enfinger comes home in third. Not quite sure how he did that. Let's actually go back and see in a bit more detail because I can't quite see. So let's actually look at this closely. Yeah, Enfinger was actually just facing off Paul Jackson and Tyler Ankrum, and was just able to edge them out. And Grant Enfinger comes home with third place in this race. Wow. And that might have just been the ticket. As Grant Enfinger just set himself up with a lot of fortunes. Grant Enfinger looking really good going into the last race of the season. But that was a really close finish, though. So Marshall Burrow, in the closest margin, Marshall Burrow wins the race by one thousandths or 1/100th of a second. Yeah, 1/1000th of a second. That is actually one of the closest finishes we've ever had in the truck series, and it comes at Talladega. But Talladega, actually a pretty regular track for its close finishes. And we've had another one today, and Marshall Burrow edging out Isaac Nordic. And meanwhile, Grant Enfinger able to edge out Paul Jackson and Tyler Ankrum. I'm not quite sure what the points gap is yet, but it's bound to be a big one. So Enfinger, he doesn't have too much to worry about going to the final race. Of course, he still has to have a good race in the final race. Again, not quite sure what is the gap, but we'll find out next time. So, considering the field, Marshall Burrow, of course, comes in with the win. Isaac Nordic in second, Grant Enfinger in third, Paul Jackson in fourth, Tyler Ankrum in fifth, Mitchell Collins in sixth, Johnny Sauter in seventh, Kaz Grell in eighth, Austin in ninth, Logan Cole 10th, Todd Gillen in 11th, Chandler Smith in 12th, Chase Prudy 13th, Christian Eckes 14th, Zachary DeLillo 15th, Derek Cross 16th, John Nemechek in 17th, Bailey Curry in 18th, also myself in 19th, Tom Mineski in 20th, Sheldon Creed in 21st, Ben Rhodes 22nd, Ruffalo Star 23rd, Chris Burgess 24th, the Angelic Russ 25th, Matt Craft in 26th, Tim Fogelman in 27th, Sam Smith 28th, Chase Dunbar 29th, 30th Adam Garcia, 31st. Yeah, I got it backwards there. 30th is Adam Garcia, 31st is Cody Cleveland, 32nd is Spencer Boyd, 33rd is William Seaman, 34th to get Lonnie, 35th, Jordan Anderson, 36th, Spencer Davis, 37th is Brendan Poole, and actually Jordan Anderson was the last one in that pack. And then following back at Spencer Davis, 36th, Brendan Poole, 37th, who were actually kind of close to going a lap down, but of course there wasn't enough time left in the race. Corbin Forrest, unable to rejoin the track, comes home 38th. Chandler Grant 39th, and Cody Robaugh 40th, retired after their incident that happened that brought the caution. And Stuart Friesen in 41st. At Brad from Alpha for a second, unable to rejoin the race. Yeah. Well. But that's only the first race of the weekend. We still got 2 more races to run. 2 more races to set 2 more championships going into the next weekend. But that is all from the Truck Series at Talladega. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in whatever I make next.